A story time you don't want to miss. Stick with me. Let me take you back to high school when I was between 15 and 16 years old. I had stayed the night with my cousin Travis at my Aunt Sherry's house, and we were hanging out, playing Xbox, having a good time. Well, it was during the summertime, and we were one of those kids that like to go outside, watch shooting stars, hang out, and see what's going on outside at night. Anyways, we were out there because there's a shooting star, like, shower, a meteor shower, like, every year around our birthdays. Both mine and Travis's birthday were both in August, right? So we had been out there quite a while trying to see if we could see anything, doing what typical teenagers do. We had been out there for maybe a good hour, and then we heard this loud, what sounded like a crashing noise. We were up close to his mom's house, and the noise we heard was back toward the highway. We didn't think anything of it, and we just went along. After a while of watching the meteor shower, we looked down by the highway, and there's this, like, shed, and then, like, a pond in front of the shed, and it looked like there was this huge bonfire right there, like somebody was burning something. We got to looking closer at it, and I'm like, Travis, that's not a bonfire. That was literally a car on fire. So we run inside, we holler at his dad hops in his truck. He drives down to the end of their driveway. They have a huge driveway. And then he comes back up and he's like, call the cops, call whoever. And I guess he went back to try to, like, see who was in there or to rescue whoever was in the car. But the car door was hot, so he couldn't get in it. So we had to wait for the cops to come. A bunch of ambulances showed up, but it seemed like it took forever for them to get there. They're only like 15 minutes away from where we live. My aunt lived not too far from a liquor store, and then, so that's basically what caused the wreck in the first place. There were like 4 people in the vehicle. Turns out it was one of Travis's friend's moms, her boyfriend, and 2 other people. Later we learned who it was, and the fact that it was Travis's friend's mom and Camilia's friend's mom was crazy. Camelia is Travis's sister. I'll never forget that it was a car wreck that we saw and not a bonfire that was going on. Apparently, they were heavily intoxicated, and the mom of Travis's friend, I guess, was driving, and they, like, spun out of control, and then they ended up in the grass, and I guess the car somehow caught on fire from the wreck. I mean, I don't know if it was from, smoking or anything like that, but as far as I remember, that it was caused because they spun out of control. Needless to say, nobody made it out of that vehicle alive. It was just one of those unforeseen circumstances that you didn't know what would happen, or, like, even think about that kind of thing happening at one of the most random times. But I'll never forget hearing about it and actually being there, seeing that. And the grass stains were burned, like, for the longest time on the other side of their highway. Thanks, guys, for listening to this story. It was one of those tragic stories that you couldn't really do anything about. Please leave me your comments and let me know your stories that you've been through, because I want to hear them. Tragic or not, please let me know. And I'll see y'all in the next video.